Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Devin, and today I'm starting off with a new little series called GML Scriptbox. Now, the purpose of this series is I am showing you how to build scripts. Certain scripts that perform different functions, just overall make your development tasks just a little bit easier. Now, I'm opening up the series with a little script that I developed many moons ago called showMessage. Now, if you know anything about the showMessage function, you know that when it's run, it shows a little pop-up. Now, I got the old, good old tutorial basics project open up, and I still have the pausing stuff open. As you can see, we have a happy hero here, so spin and have a good time. And I have him set up so that when I press space, it shows a message. It says, I am happy, because he's happy. He's Happy Harry, so he's very happy. Now, we're going to go ahead and hop into Happy Harry here. And we're going to take a look at his step event. Now, as you can see, I put a little bit of code in here. If keyboard check VK space show message I am happy. Now, show message is great for debugging, and that's about it because all the show message functions don't function anymore in the final exported product. Because I guess the developers, the game maker, realize how crappy it looks in games, and people are using it in final products. So, great for debugging. However, if you're an idiot like I am, back when I was first developing, I put these things all over the place. They were so convenient and so fast to put down. And then next thing I know, I go to run my game, I got messages popping up, and I have no idea where they're at. Now, of course, that meant I had to hop into my little scripts and then searching scripts and try to figure out, oh god, where are they all at? Well, what if we made that a little bit easier for ourselves? So I'm going to go ahead and hop in here, and I'm going to make this use showMessage, the script, instead. Alright, I'll go ahead and run this. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and press space. Now, as you can see, instead of just the message, I am happy, we have some other information. We have O, which actually displays the object name of what the message is being called from, and E, which means event, and it's saying step event. So, what's going on here is when the message is called, it tells you what object it came from, and it tells you what event in the object it came from. So in the near future, when you don't need it anymore, you know exactly where to find it. Alright, so that's that. Now, I bet you're wondering how to build this. Well, we're going to go ahead and do that. But the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to... Well, actually, you know what? Why don't I just do this? Okay, just... Boop. Okay. Now, we are going to go ahead and build this handy little script. And then you can have it, you can import it into your projects, you can use it, you can do whatever you want with it. Now, of course, with any good script, you want to have some somewhat decent documentation. So, start off with the 3 forward slashes, show message, spell it correctly, string. Because you use it just like you do the original show message function. Let's see. And we'll kind of document a little bit here. Okay. This acts as replacement for show message. Tells event and object the message came from. Okay. Now, very important, always document your scripts. All right, so as with any good thing to do with scripts, declare a couple of temporary variables because we don't need a bunch of junk variables being generated and kept within our objects. So, EV, which stands for event, EVO, which stands for event output, and UIN, which stands for user input. Now, we're going to start off, EV is equal to event type. Now, as you can see, that's a little game maker variable. Now, what that returns is an index number of the current event that you call that variable in. So if you call it in the step, it will return the index number for the step event, do and draw, yada yada. This identifies what event is being called it's currently being called in. Now, UIN is equal to argument 0. Yeah, that's basically our only input. That's our user input variable. Now, we need to set up a switch. I'll go ahead and open and close those. And we're going to use the event as our little input for it. Now, if you don't know what switches are, they're kind of neat. They save you from using a whole bunch of if-else statements. Very handy. And that's exactly what we're going to use them for now. So, because it returns an index number, which an index number is nice, but we need something a little bit more useful than just a number to know what event is being called from. Now, instead of typing all this out, I'm going to go ahead and copy paste from my notes here. Boom. All right. Now, go ahead and pause the video or do whatever you have to do. But anyways, this just takes each index and gives it a human-readable name for us so that we know what event it's coming from. So, that's that. Now we're actually going to use a function very familiar to you. showMessage. Oh, look at that. Yep, that's right. We're actually using showMessage in the function itself. And we're actually going to break it apart like so. Now I wrap everything in a string here, so you could actually pass just variables with integer data to it without having to worry about converting it to a string. Yeah, the script already does it for you. I haven't had any problems with it, so I mean, if you want to do this, go right ahead. I've found it to be very helpful. Now, we're going to start with O, which is the part of the string which tells us what what the object is. So plus object get name object underscore index plus, and we'll just put in a little separator here for us. Boom. Okay. Now, new function, object get name. You pass the object index, not necessarily the. Does it work with? I'd have to read the documentation, but in this case, we're not using an instance number. We're passing what's called the object index. Now, of course, you have instance numbers, which are, I think, like a 6 number number, but then you got your object index. So instance numbers are other instances of the object index. So like that would be, I don't know, object index 9, object index 10, 23. Each resource in your tree right here has an object index. At least your objects do. So using object get name and then object underscore index, you run that in an object and it returns whatever index that is. So then it gets the name as a string and plops it into our output here. So very handy. Now we're going to move on down here, put a little plus sign because we're adding strings together. Now E, which is our event. Now as you recall, up here we got our evos. So we're just going to say evo. Plus, I'm going to put a pound symbol. Now what the pound does in GameMaker is it creates a line break. Very similar to pushing enter on the keyboard. So that will just put everything on its own line for us, which is fantastic. Now we're going to go ahead and hop down to here, create a string, put a plus, and then another line break. Now what we're going to put right here is basically a separator. I'm just going to put it in a bunch of these things. Not too many though. Probably put your plus sign underneath the T in object index, as you can kind of see right here. So yeah, put your plus sign underneath the T in object index, and that should give you a pretty decent length. Now we're going to hop down another line, plus, why is this? Okay, UIN, which is user input. So down there is essentially what we've entered into the show message. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit check. Going to go ahead and run it. Gonna hit spacebar, and boom! Okay. Oh, whoops, I screwed up. But yeah, so okay, simple fix, simple fix. So that and that. So it's just so it looks nice. But as you can see, now we have a showMessage script, which gives us a little bit more information about the message that is being shown. There you go. Object, we, and event step. I am happy. Yes, I am. All right, well, I guess that pretty much sums it up. Definitely let me know what you think about this little GML Scriptbox series I got going. I definitely got plenty more scripts to show you guys, so thank you very much for watching, and happy gaming!